If you're applying to the UK Foundation program, whether it's AFP or the standard route, the most stressful part of the application is your job ranking. So in this video, we're going to talk about exactly how I ranked my jobs and also why that commute matters more than you think. Stay tuned.
I initially applied for the Academic Foundation Program, or AFP. AFP jobs are ranked first, and this opens up in November. On my screen, I show you some examples of the jobs. Unfortunately, there isn't an Excel sheet that you can download, so I made my own. Each row represents a job. Each column shows the jobs per rotation in F1, followed by F2, and then the location. So I copied the link to the title of it, and then I clicked on View Program for full details, and then I just click on the specialty. I include the site and the location of the program. And in essence, you go down the list until your whole Excel sheet is filled up. I reckon it's essential to figure out which hospital you're going to be working at and exactly where it's located, and particularly if you're in different places for F1 or F2, and even within F1, if for different rotations, you're in different hospitals, because the commute matters. It can contribute to exhaustion. It can contribute to you being sleep deprived if you're spending heaps of time commuting, and if you're relying on public transport times to get to work on time. I'm someone that really values the city life and having activities, going to concerts, going to games. So this is why I was also looking up how far these locations are from the city. Like, is it something that I could do over the weekend, or is it completely inaccessible? To each their own, but for me personally, there were some rotations that I really did not want to get. For me, psych is one of them. OBGYN is also another one, so I have that in red. Research peds are mid. They're things that I'm okay with. Following that, I ranked different locations and gave it the number. So as you can see on my screen, I ranked my locations as the highest thing, followed by the rotations and the order of the rotations. I really wanted to get surgery done as early as possible to try to get a good connection for them and network that way. And that's what I used to put the numbers down. Once I was done with all of that, I used the numbers to reorganize all the rotations that I wanted, and that's what I used to insert back into Oriel. So we're back on Oriel under the tab called Preferences. I've got my two sheets side by side, and I'm using my Excel sheet to help me insert the order of jobs the way I've ordered them per my preferences on the Excel sheet. Here's the UK map with different deaneries. As you can see here, some deaneries are heaps bigger than other ones. So commuting from one hospital to another becomes really difficult, close to impossible. And it makes it really difficult changing your housing contract and different things from one year to another. So you really need to be cognizant of the locations of the different hospitals and also the amount of distance or amount of commute time you're going to be spending. We're back on Oriel, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the correspondence that I've received. So just like the Academic Foundation Program, the Priority Program is also an earlier application. And if you accept the offer to the Academic Foundation Program or the Foundation Priority Program, you are pulled out of the standard pathway, and you wouldn't even know which deanery or where you would have matched to. You also get automatically unlinked. For the group matching process, you remain linked. You do not know the score that was assigned to you unless the person that you linked your application with lets you know. And as I mentioned before, they will take the score from the lower person. As you can see here, for the group matching process in March, you get your assigned deanery, and that was from the diagram that I showed you guys earlier. And I was assigned Yorkshire and Humber. On this page, I'm just showing you guys all of the applications and also the different stages that I'm at. So this is the standard pathway program. I'm showing you guys my score. This is my individual score, not my partner score or the lowest score, but it also shows me that I'm linked. Over here, you can see on the right-hand side, it says click here to download an Excel sheet. I highly recommend that you do so. This is my Excel sheet. This has already been coded, but I followed the same rules that I followed before for the AFP program. I've highlighted places and locations that I wanted to go, and I've also highlighted programs that was more favorable for me. If there is one thing that I could change compared to when I initially applied, it would have been really looking at the commute and the different locations of the hospitals. And just as before, I am using the Excel sheet to narrow down the jobs that I would like and putting in the order of the jobs. So, interestingly, for the jobs that you want to rank, it does go based on your individual rank score. In April, you get the final allocation results with the job that you're going to be working. And I'm showing you guys how do you find it on Oriel. If you click on it, it also shows you the details of where exactly is the location, the specialty, and the description. As you can see, my locations are in different hospitals. And then once I received the allocation, I started looking into how far away I am from my best friend and the locations between F1 and F2. At that time, I didn't have a car either. So that was something to think about because this is car routes and not how to access it via train. This is a really cool website that I found during my application process. It's called Mesli, and it's the platform that I used to research hospitals before building my spreadsheet. It gave insight into teaching quality, department culture, and the general training experience. So as you can see here, it shows you the score of the hospital, and green is like super highly ranked. Blue is a little bit below that. And it shows you also how you got the overall scores. This is voting that's been done by fellow FY1 and FY2 doctors.
Alrighty, if you guys want a clean version of the spreadsheet, I'm going to insert that below. And for the next video, we're going to talk about GMC registration and what happens after allocation. Stay tuned.